Well, hey guys, how we all doing today? So I have to hop on here and do a little demonstration. So this is a traditional Kentucky rifle, and I'm going to show you the beginnings of how to brown it. So give me just a second here. Let me get this guy up and running here. And we live on two things at once. See if this works. So I've already cleaned it to get rid of any fingerprints, any oils from it. I used, they say use simple green, so that's what I basically used, simple green on this. So we are going to heat the sucker up, get it up to temperature, use some of the browning solution I have, and we'll go from there. So I'm using this Mark. It's Brownells. It's Mark Lee Express Browning #2. So we're going to do that. We're going to get it all chucked up, ready to go. I get some gloves on me, so I don't turn my fingers all nice and brown. Gloves. Think of this. That's what usually happens when you start doing stuff like that. You forget what you're doing. So gloves here. So I'm streaming on YouTube and also streaming on my Facebook channel. And I also have the old Tickety Talk going over there. So welcome all, and we'll see how this goes. So see if I can do all this at once today. Only one person in the shop. You know how that works. Oh, broke a glove. Hey, that's how it works. So this guy over there. And like I said before, when I started this TikTok channel, I'm going to try to do a bunch of different things. Yeah, #2 does make it a nice, beautiful color. If you go back through my videos on the TikTok channel, you'll see one of the other barrels. This was my daughter's. She was supposed to do this, and she didn't. So this is going to get a little loud here for a minute. Got to heat this puppy up. So it'll take a couple minutes to get the all heated up. I don't have an oven yet to be able to do this with, but once you heat it up and get up to temperature, you should be able to see it turn brown right online. Same time, we'll just turn it down here so you can see what I'm doing. This is the boring part of it, but it's kind of neat. When I did this for the first time, I was like amazed on how it turns brown so quickly, the chemical reaction. So I really enjoyed it. So this is the first major project I'm doing in the shop. I worked on a friend of mine's scabbard for his bayonet. He's a reenactor. So I worked on that. He couldn't get the bayonet down into the brass. So I had to loosen up the brass a little bit and do that. So, yeah. But it's a Sunday afternoon here. We're in Pennsylvania, about 22 miles from Gettysburg. And it's a little sticky here today, but it's not too bad. Everybody out here going, it's hot, it's sticky. But, you know, when you transplant from the West Coast to the East Coast, it's kind of an interesting environment change. So it's kind of neat to see it and how it comes up to do. That's getting quick. It does help when the shop is hot. So that does make a little bit of a difference. So we'll just get this going here, get it nice and hot, and make sure I'm ready to go here with the moves on in. But this gets up to the right temperature, and it goes, which is kind of neat. I mean, just getting the barrel to turn brown. Right now, it's doing. Right now, it's nothing at the minute. A year and a half, 2 years. I'm almost done with the stock. I got to do a little bit more sanding on that, a couple more fittings in that to go, and then it's ready to be put together. And then I'll try to take it out and take it out shooting and see how it goes before it goes to my daughter. She bought this to do it herself, and Just having relations here, and so I said, I'll take care of it. Let's test this out and see where we're at. This side does. So shook it up. Less brownie there. Just on the towel. We are going to enough the chemical on here. And as you can see, I don't know if it picks up on the camera or not, but you can see it's starting to turn. It's starting to turn little by little. So it's kind of neat the way this works. And as you can see, let's turn this thing off and move it back and forth this way. You can actually see what I'm doing here because it's moving. So you can see it's getting darker as I'm going through. Gonna heat up a little bit more. And as it starts rusting, it gets darker. And the last procedure is going to be dunking this into motor oil. Use motor oil. It's the best thing you can do, and it just sucks that color brown right into it. And I don't know if you guys can see that or not. It's coming up too well on camera. Look at this one in here. And as you can see, it starts turning. A little bit more of the rust in there. Even with the heat. And I like the brownie instead of bluing it. And the blue's okay. I like the brown. I like the color of the brown, the rust brown. So it kind of makes it antique looking. So that's why I like it. And the way I did the stock, I'll show you after I get this first coat on here. The way I did the stock was I did a little bit of Shibudon, I think it's called. It's taking the wood and burning it. And it's coming out pretty good with that. This guy's still not staying where it needs to stay. Sorry, guys. I think that should work. Maybe. We'll see. As you can see, it's getting browner. Got a nice even coat on here. Doing it this way is a little pain in the butt because it's not heating up the whole gun at the same time, the whole barrel, putting it in the oven and bringing it out and dipping the stuff in and rubbing it on here. But it does get the color going too. Take this back a little bit more. But thanks for watching. If you guys are on there watching, I appreciate it. YouTube channel is McIntyre the Tilted Gemsmith. That's the name of the business also. I like working on older things, but I can work on everything. So it's not a problem doing that. There's so many different things, opinions on different stuff nowadays. It doesn't really matter. It's just kind of, you're doing work here, doing there. Everybody has their own little niche. I like working on older things just because it's, I think it takes more of a talent to work on something that is old. It does take talent to work on newer things, but I just like it. I think it's kind of cool just to work on something that is old or make it look old, you know. What do you guys think? Anybody have any thoughts on that out there? Just keep it heating up here so I get it nice and hot. I don't have to move things around because, of course, I can't hold it while it's burning. this sucker is already hot as it is, and then you just heat it up even more. Last time I did it in the wintertime. Doing this in the summertime is kind of interesting because you got the heat and you got the heat. And in this shop, there is no air conditioning at this point in time. It is a open roof, and I just finished putting the walls up, the door in. It was a garage, which changed into the shop, and enjoying that part of it. So, do some more of this here. Spill more. And there you go. It's starting to turn. Love that dark color. Love that dark color. Trying to keep everything heated up at once, but it's kind of hard to do that with this just having the heat down. As you can tell, it's got really rusty down on this area here. You can see it on my brown color. I don't think I have down here. So the other one's not down here. It's actually in the house. But once you put them together, they have these kits, and that's basically what this was, a kit. And you got to do some sanding, you got to do some inlaying, stuff like that, which a little bit of work here and there doesn't hurt. I mean, you got stuff you can do. They say it's easy, but there's some stuff in there it's kind of like, okay, that's not going to work. How am I going to do that? And if you're doing it for the first time, it's kind of tricky. So, I mean, there's other ones you just have to look at the kit. They have one for already put together, which is kind of neat. But kind of challenging. I mean, I grew up putting the models together and stuff, painting things, and love taking things apart and fixing them. And this is just one of the newest things. I have several people that I've met out here that are into reenactment and stuff like that, which is kind of neat. Looking at getting some older guns and restoring them. So I'll probably doing some of those on here too. But it's just getting the angles from the camera and looking how you can see them and stuff. But also you have the Facebook page too. It's Matt Card, the Gunsmith. So what you're seeing here will be on there also. And then I have other stuff I put on there too. But yeah, it's just the process. I mean, you figure, what is it, 90, 89 degrees out here right now today. And it's kind of interesting with the humidity. And this is actually doing really well. I mean, it's rusting pretty well. Let's do some more of this. Get some temperature up there. And we will hit it and watch it go. And there it goes. The chemical reactions is amazing. It's how it just changes everything up when you're doing this. It's like, boom, heats up, gets going, and it's this will be the first coat, and then I'll check it out, make sure everything's where I like to see it at, and I'll go back over it again and probably do another coat or two of it because I want to get it really dark and rich and make sure there's no other markings on here. So it's really neat, depending how the metal is and how it takes. You know, if that came out, you can see that how it just comes up. But like they say, you always got to make sure you're prepped, because if I didn't go through here and take all the oil off of here, we'd have fingerprints all over this. And that you don't want to have, because then you're not going to have a nice looking barrel. So, kind of wait, see if I get a reply from Facebook telling me, oh, you can't be doing that. That is in violation of their protocols. Even though I'm just taking a piece of metal and I'm just showing you how to make it rusty. That's the fun thing. So I keep it pretty much even. And but the other barrel I did is super dark. It's got a nice glow to it. A little bit of oil, used engine oil at the end, and it just sucks it right up into the pores. Basically seals everything up, stops it from rusting, and comes out pretty cool. Clean up some more. A friend of mine wants me to do gluing, and I don't have a big enough shop to do that because you're dealing with a lot of chemicals, and I don't have a spot, have enough air room to have that go, and I don't want to do it outside because I don't have nothing to get into it. So that'll be down the road in the shop. Things can go a bigger shop outside and stuff. But anything that's old like this needs to be a brownie, rough brownie out. Perfect. Here. It's coming on. It's getting that rust on it. It's rusting. I just had to order some more of this stuff, and it came in the other day. I was surprised. It was supposed to be here till Monday or Tuesday, and I was surprised I got it on Saturday. So, all right. So let's do this. It's hot, 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 hot. I don't know if you can see that. Let's move this over here. So you see there's the empty spot right there. That's where I was holding it with the vise. and there's nothing on there yet. I'm going to heat it up. Like I said, this will be the first part of it, and then I'll come back and do it again. So a little teeny bit left in here. So, is it enough? See, it's starting to change in that area there. There it goes. See it change. There we go. It's coming along. Some highs and lows in this color-wise, which it'll get taken out once I get it all evened up. Just getting even is the hard part right now. Like I said, it's a little difficult with the heat gun, but it will come out. It'll look good after it's done. Right now, it looks like crap down below right here where I'm looking. And heat it up, get it up to high temperature. Then it'll look like this area here. Not look too bad. That looks pretty good right there. So it's just this area right here is where I got to work on. And that'll come up in a minute here since I heated it some more. Set this here. Stay right there. Set that there. All right, set some more. don't know if the colors are actually coming through on the camera, but it's kind of interesting to see how everything just starts changing. It's amazing how to rust something, you'd actually have to have it cold and wet, and it's strange how the chemical reaction comes through. You have to have it hot, and you put the chemical on here, and all of a sudden it starts changing everything up, which is kind of neat. So it's looking pretty good here. Everything's pretty darn good. Like I said, it's going to be a process. I'll do this, get this one nice coat on here. I'll come back in tomorrow and I'll put it again. I got to pick up some used motor oil. I thought I had it, but I don't. And submerge it into the tune. And that will stop the rust in the center. There we go. That's the end of that bottle. This other part done here. This way it is completely got a nice low gray browning on it. I'll come back in and do some more and get it really super dark. And then, like I said, it's been sitting for a while and it has not been in the best of areas sitting. So it's had some time to sit here and just take in the elements. And so I cleaned it up, got everything taken off, all the oil, all the debris off of it. And now it's just getting it back into where it can be. And I see it's starting to change right now. So I'm heating it up. It's getting a darker heat on here, which is really interesting that it actually is heating up well enough for it to do that. Because I'm just not expecting it to heat that well. Kind of neat doing something like this for your child, you know. You give her, I gave her something to do, and had her. She bought it, she wanted to do it, and she kind of goes, "I can't do it. I don't have what it takes to do it." And so I said, "Okay, I'll do it." And so me doing it, I put some special things into the stock for there's a messaging underneath the butt plate. The only way she's ever going to see this is if she takes the firearm apart. So, but I took her out with mine. I let her fire that 50 cal, and she loved it. You can't believe in how easy it was to shoot. There was no kick. Yeah, that's crazy. There's no kick. I said, no, it's not. It's really nothing. It's more of a push than anything else. And she's like, that's weird. how that works. And I said, yeah, it is. It's very interesting in how that stuff works like that. Let's watch. This stuff's going to be even better. It's going to come out. It's not been sitting for a long time. Yep, that's exactly. Come on, step. There it goes. As I drop the towel. You can see that's where that spot was. That wasn't the full color yet. If you look at that color. It's showing up on the cameras. Let's see. There's a nice rust browning on that. It's pretty good. This is the part here that I'm just redoing right now, is right in here. And you can see that it has the high and lows in it. And I think that had to do with the chemical, is I had that chemical sitting for a while. I used that up first. And I think that there's just not enough chemical in there to do what needs to be done. I think it was older and it's been used. And it's just kind of a bit pasty. So I'll go back over it again. Like I said, this is the first coat of it. I'll go back over it a couple of times, heat it up, and get it done. So I'm working my way down the barrel to the tip, and get it all taken care of. Thanks for watching, guys. Appreciate it. I haven't been on the old tickety talk in a while. When I get this done up, I figure it's about time I start doing the browning in this, because otherwise it's going to rust on its own. And I don't want that to happen. That type of rust is not going to be the best. Some more. Look at how it just shines right up. The browning looking really nice. That's coming along really nice. Came out. Yeah, it's looking good. It's got a good color to it right now. A little bit more, and the darker it gets, the better it looks. Don't pay attention to two screens at once, sorry guys. Of course, I stuffed the glove down the barrel just to make sure I don't rust down into that. I don't want to get anything down inside there. Coming along. It's getting there. Just heating it up is the hard part with having the heat gun. It's just heating it up, getting in the area, then going back over it again. It's time consuming. If I had an oven to put it in, it'd be nice. I could heat it all up at once, get it over the temperature, hit it with a couple of towels, and then brown the whole thing at once. It just takes patience, that's all. Patience is the only thing I can suggest when you're doing stuff like this. Is don't hurry through the process. You hurry up through the process, you'll have problems, you know, and you don't want to do that. You want to make it cohesive and have one solid brown. You don't want to have highlights. It's like right now you can see there's highlights right in here, and that'll come off as I keep going down it and heating it up. Can't find my rubber pad for my grip, vice grip there. But I think it's looking pretty darn good right now. Brown. Looking good. All right, so we'll heat it up a little bit more. And we'll be good to go. I'll take some of this and put it in this jar here, so this way I don't spill the big jar. This way it's all pumped up. There, excuse me 1 second. 2. There we go. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. I know there's quite a few gunsmiths out there on TikTok. One of them's a friend of mine, the Filthy Gunsmith. He's got a full-on shop, and a lot of help with you getting things started here. A lot of pointers and stuff, telling me, hey, do this, do that, keep an eye on this, make sure you get this all done. Yes, I am a full licensed FFL holder, so I can do work on pretty much anything. You know, the only way to do it, I mean, otherwise you'd be working on muzzle loaders the whole time, and there's a lot of work into that. But there's other things you want to work on out there. You don't want to work on the same things all over every day. It's fun. It gets interesting. Since I've been out here, I've been to Gettysburg a few times. What's neat is that we're far enough from Gettysburg, 22 miles, and there's a place called Monterey Pass out here that I had no idea about it, and it's actually the 4th day of the Battle of Gettysburg. It's the retreat from Gettysburg. The town we live in actually was for 14 days was held under Confederate during the time period, which is kind of interesting. And then the Monterey Pass is actually where the retreat was. You had a bunch of wounded soldiers coming back over the pass and stuff, and that's where they started taking them out. And very interesting, the history of the area. I mean, it's something I knew some about, but I didn't know a lot about it until I got out here. And learning more and more about it was kind of neat. And I like seeing this week. I'm going to go out to Gettysburg and check out, see what kind of reenactments they have going on. Very patriotic area, which is kind of neat to see. People have flags flying out in front of the house pretty much year round. So it's kind of neat to see that happening here. And it's a small town.
I mean, it is a small town. And everybody's like, well, why'd you move to a small town from moving from California? I said, one, I'm tired of dealing with California stuff. Two, I like small towns. I like to be able to walk down the street at night if I want to. Yes, the street rolls up really early. It's kind of cool, you know. There's only, see, there's a couple fast food restaurants in town here. There's one chain restaurant that is in town, and that's it, which is funny in itself. You know, you figure, oh, they're going to have more fast food restaurants, which they have pretty good. A lot of mom and pop places, which, you know, that's what the small town's about. You go into a place and enjoy it. And, you know, the police department is 3 square miles. That's all they cover for our borough. And that was a trip in itself, learning about that when I went on ride along. When I ride along with them to see what was, you know, the areas are and what's going on in the area and stuff. And then you go to that and you find out it's only 3 square miles. You're like, what the heck? 3 square miles? Hell. Where I used to live was 3 square miles just to get to the grocery store. You know? It's just amazing. And then there's like one grocery store, and of course, you know, you have your Wally World. That's pretty much what's in the town. And you know, there's stuff to do. You can go places. Like I said, you're right along the Maryland border, which I think it's 5 minutes from the house. But I'm still in Pennsylvania. At least I'm not in the West Coast or East Coast, California, which is Maryland. I look at it because their gun laws and stuff are pretty much same as California. I mean, just to get your concealed carry is pain in the neck. And here, basically, went in the week before, or the couple days before Thanksgiving. The day after Thanksgiving, I had a letter in the mail saying, "Hey, come down and pick up your CCW." And I was like, "Oh crap!" I don't know if it's because I had one out where I lived in California, or it's just the way it is here. But it didn't cost me an arm and a leg either. I'm going to give people an idea. It was $25. $25, which is amazing in itself. So there's your Browning. There's what the barrel looks like. I got a couple spots in there I got to take care of a little bit up on the tip. That's pretty much, it's looking pretty good. It's looking pretty darn good there. So a little bit more. Move this camera this way. And that. And hit it again. But come on. I think changing over to the other brown stuff, the new bottle, I think changed it up where it looks actually better. It's actually got a better coat to it. It's not old, it's a newer product. And I think it just had the other stuff was sitting too long. Yeah, puppy's hot. Hot. And you can see it just start changing colors. Steam coming off of that sucker.
almost done. It's looking good. It's looking good. Guys, thanks for watching. Appreciate it. It's now getting to the part where it's starting to retain the heat and it's getting really hard to handle, which is, it's a good thing it's retaining the heat, but it's just hot. It's hot. And this one on here. Okay. Move down here. I'm gonna work our way back up. There's a couple spots in here that really need to be hit that I missed. And I don't know if you can see it here, but I'll show it to you. Let's see if I can. So if you can see that, a little bit of discoloration there. It's not all brown. It's kind of, you can still see the steel. Yeah. So it's coming along. Like I said, it's a process. It takes a little bit. But once you get it done, knowing that you did the work on it, and that you changed a piece of metal to this, I mean, making your own firearm is kind of neat in itself, because you have pride with something you have. I mean, you're not making the barrel, you're not whittling out the stock or anything, but you're just putting everything together, and you know that you did it, and then becomes a family heirloom. I look at it, and it's kind of neat to see it done. I still, after doing this a couple of times, it's still just in awe on how this works and what it does. It's kind of neat to see it. Like you're sitting here going, oh, okay. It's like you painted something without using paint. Inbro. Well, guys, I have to go. So we'll talk to you later. Have a good one. So we are back. Come on. All right, guys. I think I'm back. It's still there? Yeah, I think it is. Yeah, okay. So I had to get a little emergency. The umbrella that's outside decided it wanted to pick up and try taking off. So I had to take that down. So, but we are back. Let's try to put sweaty gloves back on again. It don't work. So, anyways. Guys, there's the brown. Got one more spot to do. See, that's one spot right there. We're going to heat that up. And we are going to, and on that note, I'll sit for till tomorrow, and then we'll go back into it. And heat that sucker up, get it going. So I hope all you guys have a great 4th of July. And be safe out there. And a little PSA, just don't shoot the guns up in the air. Out where we used to live, they do that. There's fireworks and all of a sudden you hear gunfire. But don't be doing that, you know. But be safe. I think this year, I know my daughter's like, get this right away. I think I'm going to take it out and see about going and hunt it and see the black powder and see how it comes across. I'll take this out and practice it after it's all done, putting it together. Before I get off here, I'll show you what the stock looks like. Stock's got a couple of missed holes that will put through it, and I'm fixing them just, and it's going on. And then I'll just boil it down and be ready. So we have chemical on here. A little bit more. And as you can tell, here, you see it just start changing. And it is hot. There's the color brown. And there it is. I think that looks pretty nice. And what I'll do is when I get it all done, I'll come back on and show you guys what it looks like after I do the oil procedure on it. That'll be tomorrow. I should be able to do it tomorrow. If not, but it is hot down there. So there you go. Here's the brownie. Like I said, I'm gonna make it darker, so and it's probably boring right now. Everybody's like, "Oh, come on, do something else." was interesting. I was doing a live on YouTube with the Kilted Gunsmith, and brought out a lever action to show it to him, and they flagged him on the account because they're saying you cannot show on a live, you cannot show a firearm. I understand why, but it says in the bio it is gunsmiths. So I mean, we have a lot to lose if we do anything that's inappropriate with that. So, but there you go. There is your Browning of a traditional Kentucky 50 caliber, and it's pretty much done. There you go. There it is. It looks really nice. I think it came out pretty darn good. Like I said, I'm going to go back over it again because I'm just not happy with the streaks. So once I get it heated up some more tomorrow, I'll come back through and we'll hit it again and just go one direction with the stuff, and it'll pick up on all the little spots that need to be picked up on. And that's it. So let me put the cap on this. Let me take these gloves off and show you what the stock looks like. So this is the stock. Here's the stock. So this is the stock. So I put our initials into it right here. And I put the shop name in it and I burned it in there. And then when it's sealed, it'll be done. There's a special message under here and under here for her. So like I said, she'll only know it if she takes it apart. Or if she sees this video and she, oh, they put something there. Go look. So who knows? But we'll see. But guys, thanks for following. Stay safe. We'll see you again. And I'll be back on here again. But thanks very much. Have a great one.